What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap Content, and we are here another Sunday. Okay, welcome. Praise the Lord. Okay. So yes, Raising Kanan, season 4, episode 2. Before we get into everything, please, if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, share, and do all the things you don't mind doing, supporting your girl, okay? But let me see who's up in here. Okay, y'all early today, okay? So thank you so much, Deborah Adams, for coming through. What's up, Brillo? Thank you. Thank you, Candy Love, Mr. Jones, DeMarcus, Monica M. Levi, what's up? You said Levi is here. Haven't been here in a minute, so don't get out of line. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. See, Brillo, not too much on me. Not too much on me, okay? 2 minutes is not late, okay? When have you ever seen the pastor on time? On time. And let me just let y'all know real, like, I am not feeling good. So give me some grace, okay? This is Sunday. Give me some grace, please, all right? I am here showing up, even though I really want to be in the bed. What's up, Jay and Alexander? Thank you for coming through, y'all. I'm going to try to keep this short. I know I sound like a pastor for real, but I got to keep this short. I can't be up in here 2 hours like I did for episode 1, okay? Hey Daria, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. So let's get into it, because I'm going to try my best not to not to be over here venting, because this episode stressed me out. Okay, I didn't know if I wanted a snack or a cigarette. Like, I don't know. I was giving Marvin energy. So let's just start off with Jukebox. All right. We see her in basic training. Now, I really thought she was going to have a long career in the Army, okay? Like, she has what it takes, okay? She is doing the things. She calling the shots. It looks promising. It looks like this is where she should be. But she realized, they're very strict. Like Nicole's dad told her, like, yo, you can't be over here, with the same sex and having those type of, feelings and energy and vibes. So, which I'm sure is accurate, but I'm like, they was really over here discharging people for stuff like that. Like, that's news to me. I'm not surprised, but I don't know. It just seems like a violation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? But at the end of the day, Juke was like, this ain't for me. I got to be myself. So we see her taking a bus from Columbia. It looked like she's in Fort Jackson, which is a huge place, for basic training. My mom went to Fort Jackson. I know so many people that went to Fort Jackson and Columbia. So she goes to Atlanta. I'm honestly thinking at this point, she's probably being transferred or going to another unit. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. But she took her behind over there to Spelman, okay, with Aisha. And Aisha looked like she got grown. Like, it's only been 2 months. Like, I guess college really does something to you. Don't get me wrong. I matured a lot in college, but it took some time. Like, she over here, smoking on joints, and, her hair done grew, 12 inches. Like, what's going on here? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably, some extensions, but she definitely looked like she grown out here in these streets. So, next thing we know, Juke was actually in the box, okay? She was, tasting the rainbow, if you will. And I'm like, hold up, what are we doing here? Yeah, y'all, I guess we had to get our frustration out some type of way. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, you guys. So, yeah, Juke and Aisha. Yeah. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Hold on. DeMarcus said Aisha actually got her puff on to prevent her from being sick. You think she's smoking weed to like aid in her eating disorder? Is that what you think? I mean, not saying it's not possible, but it's definitely, something that may be true. Hey, Levi, you said, dang, I miss Fort Jackson as a location. Okay, South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming because it said a Columbia bus depot. So I'm assuming it's Fort Jackson. Like everybody I know that's been up and down through the Army on some level went to Fort Jackson. I can't think of any other location. It could be Columbia. No, there's a billion, not gonna say a billion, but other states have the city of Columbia, but I'm just assuming in Columbia is like 4 hours ish from Atlanta. So that's not a long bus ride. But yeah, I mean, y'all won't catch me on a Greyhound, but not at this day and age. And it reminds me of a quick little, I'm gonna give y'all a quick story time, but like 1 minute is, I'm gonna make it 1 minute. So, I came down when I was living in New York. Me and my mom came down to South Carolina to visit my great grandmother, and we had a stop. It was dead at night too. We had a stop in Columbia, and next thing I know, this sergeant came on a bus hollering, and I'm scared as hell. I'm 9 years old, little girl. Like, I'm like, yo, like, what the hell? So he's telling all the, and I didn't realize there were people on the bus, like, with uniforms on. So they all, I don't know if they had uniforms on, but I could tell they were like, I don't know. It was a lot going on, yeah. I was so stressed out. So I'm about to get up. And my mom tells me to sit down because I'm like, I'm listening to the man. He said, everybody got to get off the bus. Mama, what you talking about? She was like, no, baby. She talking to them. And I was about to pee my pants, y'all. Like, I was, yeah, that was a rude awakening, okay? Because it was dead. I was just woken up. Like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, can we lower your tones? Like, not everybody on this bus is your recruit. Like, calm the F down. But yeah, that was like my first interaction to the Army. And it was in Columbia, South Carolina. So shout out to Fort Jackson. Okay, Levi, you say you're not too far. Okay, Columbia in the house. So yeah, y'all, that was doing too much. Whoever that sergeant was, I should give you my laundry bill because I'm sure I pissed a little bit in my little panties. Okay, so sorry, y'all. So yeah, Juke was in the box, and she's pretty much saying like F the Army. Okay. I'm not trying to be all I can be. Like, F Uncle Sam, like, we not doing this. So, she's pretty much gone AWOL. She's pretty much gone AWOL at this point. And she's like, well, I'm going to try to figure myself out. So, Aisha, like, what's up? Like, this bed getting kind of cozy. Can we cozy on up for a little bit while I figure out what I want to do? And Aisha was like, bruh, I'm trying to figure myself out too. And I got to do it alone, okay? And I could tell, like, Aisha was like, this, treatment of the box you got going on over here, Juke, it's cute or whatever, but you can tell Aisha got some other things going on. It's college. Like, I done probably, got me some menses up in here. Like, I don't know if she got other females because the last season she was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to feel about other girls, but you special, Juke. You know what I'm saying? You special, but not that special. But, Juke didn't take too much harm in the situation. They continued to get their little kissy kiss on, and I'm sure Juke hit the box again a couple times before she left and, took another bus ride or train ride back to New York. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if we're going to see Aisha again, but yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. So what's up, RC? What's up? How you doing? I had to catch myself. I was about to call out your whole name. I don't know why. It just rolls off my tongue. Pause. So Steven, what's up? I don't know if I said hey. So we see the feds, y'all. They having a whole press conference, and they pretty much are telling the people that Howard was dirty, okay? And he was over there working with Ronnie, and they got taken down by some foreign nationals. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's giving Ronald Isley. What the hell is going on? But they was like, case closed. But you know what? I wasn't even mad at that because I'm like, okay, if Howard's case is closed, then us, the Thomases, because I'm part of the Thomases too. I'm like, we straight. We ain't got nothing else to worry about at all. So I was happy. But we're gonna continue that situation with the press conference. I'm sorry, y'all. A lot of bodies are going to drop, okay? So if you're attached to a lot of these people, a lot of bodies are going to drop. And I'm actually talking to myself, too, because I feel like the streets are going to need a body, and I'm going to be crying, okay? So we see the conference is also being watched by Andre, Rock, and Marvin. So Andre was like, yeah, as you see, the case is closed. The task force dismantled. Marvin's case / investigation that's been dropped. And Rock was like, all right now, Marvin, we know you you be liking the clear people, so I'm gonna need you to stay away from the clear people, especially the chatty, snitching ass clear people. And Marvin was like, you know what, I'm good. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like I've been delivered from the clear people. But I'm like, have you, Marvin? Have you? Because you over here with Stefano, but we gonna get there. But oh my God. Marvin, you've disappointed me again. And the writings may be on the wall, guys. I may have to mentally prepare myself because I can't see no way out this. It's giving no way out. Diddy, no Diddy. Like, oh gosh. And Rock is doing everything she needs to do to hold the fort down. It's everybody else that's effing up. Why can't y'all just get in line? But I guess that would be too much like right, and we won't have no damn show to watch. So let me just move on because Neek is over here at his house. Oh, it was his house. It's no longer his address. And we see there's an eviction notice on the house. Most of the items been cleared out. I'm like, Pernessa, girl, this how you gonna leave the situation? Like, you ain't want to tidy up or nothing? You leaving chessboards and things out? Like, maybe Romy Rome wanted to play with the chessboard. Like, what is going on? But maybe she was grieving. She just wanted to get her essentials out. I don't know. Or the landlord may have taken those things out because Aisha probably was too spooked to go back, to Unique's house because it became Ronald's house. Okay, so you telling Unique he's going through some things mentally. He's over there patting his head. I'm like, Unique, now a cute little pat on the head is cool, because I do that from time to time when I feel my Meek Mill braids itching under my sewing. That's cool, but sir, you're gonna damage whatever you got going on up in there already. Like, stop patting your head. But we already know you got some issues, y'all. And I'm pleading to y'all again. This is episode 2. So writers, everybody, I know that's a tall order to ask if y'all already have this in the works, but there's still enough time for you guys to change whatever you're going to have going on with Unique. Because I'm saying, if y'all go murk him again, y'all could have left him episode 5, season 3. Y'all know I be dealing with high blood pressure and I got asthma and anxiety. I don't have time. I don't have time for these games. Like, and don't get me wrong, I already know Unique can be savage. Like I said, he murked his own best friend. He was smoking crack, you know what I'm saying? And he thought he was over there snitching. But, Unique is he's not no stranger to murking people, okay? He almost burnt Lulu to a damn crisp, just like his mama burnt that toast. I'm talking about Lulu's mama. But I know Unique has a dark side. But now it's a problem because that dark side is threatening the Thomases. And it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off because it makes no sense. Unique, I'm trying to understand your thought process, bruh. You know your brother murked you. You know your brother hated Rock. And don't get me wrong, the optics do look bad based on what's going on. But you have to understand, your math is not mathing. Like, your equations are not equationing. Like, I'm going to need you to sit back, relax, chill, and think about and process some things. And I thought it was a cute little nod that the writers, did put the chessboard, the checkers board in the scene, because we're going to see Unique making a lot of chess moves, but it may be checkers for his ass by the end of the season. I'm just saying, Unique, I'm a little frustrated because if you really think long and hard, like, none of this makes sense. And maybe, I'm just saying, devil's advocate, Unique's advocate, maybe he's so angry at his brother Ronnie, the next best thing, even though he feels Rock has taken his organization, maybe it's misplaced anger. Maybe he's like, you know what? I can't murk my brother because you already murked my brother. Strike one. I got to go ahead and get at you. Because, and we saw this with book 2. Diana, she did not want to murk Noma. She wanted to murk her daughter, which will cause more pain. So we see Unique doing that. He wants to cause Rock pain and hurt. Because if he wanted to murk her, he could have been murked her. He over there filling up the gas tank, driving around Queens, stalking my girl. But he want her to hurt. But I'm like, Unique, just figure out a way to get a plug and get things on and popping again. Like, you don't got to sell the heroin. There's crack. There's weed. I mean, I know weed ain't that much money, but I'm just saying there's other avenues than Unique. Like, what are we doing here? You don't want to go ahead and go fill out no regular job application. Maybe that's asking for too much. That's asking for too much. But yeah, y'all, I'm a little frustrated. Cam, Phil, what's up? Haven't seen you in the chat before. Thank you for coming through. You said, but he had a cold at the time. I'm not sure if you're responding to me or something else. The chat said, but please, elaborate if you like. Dexter, you said it's the brain damage. I understand, but it's like at the same time, you got enough sense to know what you're doing. You got enough sense to know to do what you did at the end of the episode. And I understand the screws get a little loose, the wires, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to vent on Unique the whole time, but it's a show. It's a show. Let me go ahead. So I got to move on to Kanan. He's at his apartment and he's with OC. We meet OC and I don't know, it's giving Benjamin Button a little bit. I don't know what's going on with OC, but Kanan's over here having some weird ass math equations as well. He's talking about they moving a lot more work, but they clearing less money. And OC's like, because the cost is going up, which, makes sense. But at the same time, Kanan, I don't know. I think you need to do some investigating. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? But OC said, the inventory is light. Then Crystal walks in, and then all of a sudden, OC's quote-unquote allergies start acting up. And so she was like, I hope your allergies get better. He was like, it won't. I'm like, what? Y'all know I already thought about Peaches. I thought about Peaches from Snowfall because, Peaches had allergies for 11 years, but he was over there drugging. Okay? So, OC, you don't look like no full-blown crackhead, but what is going on, sir? Are you still at work too? Are you using the work? Like, I don't know. Something strange and fishy going on. I'm sure we're going to get some more information later on, but I didn't like it. Because how much did you vet this guy, Kanan? You still a little puppy dog in the game, so you don't know all the ins and outs, but you just got to watch out. It be the employee stealing, okay? How many of y'all stole toilet paper or copy paper or pens from your job? People be stealing, okay? People be stealing. I'm just saying. Levi, you said OC is pitching off the top. Yeah, something's going on. He's doing something. It's weird. It's strange. Like, I feel like Kanan didn't even really have no full interview. He was like, oh, you smart. You got A's in school, but math. All right, cool. Come work for me. Like, he probably invented this guy. Nonetheless, he just needed some help. And he pulled the first, decent brain off the street that he could find. And maybe he went to class and went to school with OC. We don't know. But Kanan's going to learn his lessons because he think he know every damn thing. So Crystal confirms she had a little abort of the mission. Okay, the mission was aborted, but she wanted the baby. I was like, you wanted the baby from Kanan? Are you sure about that? I don't know. I mean, it seems like she got some issues. She already said her daddy, seems like he was successful. He bounced, she was, when it came to Butter, I feel like, I said Butter, ER, sorry. Butter, when it came to Butter, she was very seemingly what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? Cocky. I'm just going to say cocky, right? But I'm sure that's probably a mask for some deep, dark issues she got going on. Because she's talking about she wanted the baby because the baby was going to love her. And Kanan was like, well, that's not necessarily true. She was like, just because you and your mama is fucked up don't mean my baby going to be effed up. Okay, like, pump your brakes, shorty. So I was like, damn, that is kind of, did you have to say all that, Crystal? Because that was a lot. But she's frustrated because Kanan's over there, all the other people's faces and whatnot, right? So they was about to bone, and he ran out of condoms. And so he was like, well, I'm going to pull out. And she was like, no, you're not pulling in because you tried to pull out before. Like, what we doing? But JJ's no garage, sir. Like, what are we doing? And I'm surprised. Aisha, I mean, I done seen chicks count the condoms before. So, Kanan, were you using those condoms for other women or just Aisha? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. But I am glad to see them incorporate, great, oh, Lord. Contraceptives. Y'all. Just being real with y'all. I was over there being Aisha in my own house, okay? Like I said, I ain't been feeling well this morning. So, y'all just be grateful I'm here, okay? And if y'all don't mind, like the video for your girl, because I'm over here giving y'all a breakdown, and I need to be in the bed. But it's okay. It's all right. So, we at the precinct. And Captain Baptiste and Garcia is over there having a meal. And Captain Baptiste is not happy because the FBI don't care about Malcolm Howard because Malcolm Howard is not going to lead them to any type of organized crime. And Captain Baptiste said he got 6 months before they force him into early retirement. So he's not like, you know what, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to ride the desk, file a little paperwork. He said, no, I'm going to go ahead and go hard. And I'm not going to close this investigation because, yeah, we got a dead cop, regardless if he's dirty or not, it will not go unanswered. I said, once you put that timeline on yourself, Baptiste, you pretty much is going in my book. I'm sorry. Garcia, too. Garcia, you out of here, sir. Like, the way you pressing up on Kanan, like, yeah, we don't take kindly to cops that be over here just roughing us up, messing up our good Tommy Hilfiger and whatnot. Like, bruh, yeah. So I don't expect, at least Garcia. Garcia is definitely out of here. Baptiste, he's either going to die or he's going to be scared to the point where he's going to get harmed or he's going to have to drop the case on some level. Like, I don't know if the feds are going to intrude in and find out what he's doing and shut him down or he lose his, credentials or whatever. I don't know. But the mere fact that he's talking about early retirement and he got 6 months. So I don't know, sir. You put a clock on yourself. You put that timer on. So you can't be mad at anything. Like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I understand Howard was a veteran. You know what I'm saying? But in a small part of me would not be surprised if part of this is the whole thing with Captain Burke. Because in a press conference, they did mention, hey, do you think Burke's, situation was offing versus, a self-offing, So I don't know. The fact that they mentioned Burke as well, something's going to come of that. But hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Because I was thinking if Baptiste find out that Howard murked Burke, maybe that would give him closure, but he's not going to have closure because he's going to want to go further. And once he find that out, he's going to probably figure out what's going on with the Thomases. And y'all, I think my voice put a timer on me because the Barry White is starting to creep in. So, he thinks whoever shot at Howard at Baisley is the same doer. He's on the money, but, well, not really, but, stems from the same place at the end of the day. So we're going to see, what do y'all think is going to happen with Captain and Garcia? Because Garcia, you've been okay the past few seasons, But now you got to go. I'm sorry. Your time is up. You can't be over here messing up our good article of clothing, okay? We can't be doing that. We cannot be doing that. HFG, thank you so much for the $19.99. I appreciate you giving me your hard-earned money. Thank you for adding to the collection plate. Because it was kind of dry. It was kind of empty. I ain't going to hold you. All I saw was a piece of feather in there. And, you know, it is what it is, okay? I like virtual, you know, offerings in the forms of likes, you know, and subscriptions. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Monica L, she said she don't care about Burke or Howard being gone. Next storyline. That is facts. Can we move on? But Captain Baptiste says no, we can't. So Monica L, we just gonna have to suffer through it, girl. I'm sorry. I can't see that. Cam said I could see that being motivation before he retires. Yeah, me too, but Captain Baptiste, I'm sorry, sir. You better go ahead and eat your last donut, because I ain't going to the funeral. I'm sorry. Cheese too high, eggs too high. Like, you're not getting no macaroni and cheese out of me. Only people that's getting macaroni and cheese out of me is the Thomas family. So I may bring by a bottle of Pepsi or something, but that's all you're gonna get. Thank you so much, DeMarcus. $5 super chat. You said, I think that Kanan will smoke Garcia for messing with Kanan. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised. I mean, that's how grown Kanan went out, bucking at the cops. So, you know, it's on par for the course. It's par for the course. I will not be surprised if that happens. Let Kanan have on a fly ass outfit and Garcia pressed up on him. I would likely to kind of get an attitude of my damn self. So I wouldn't be mad. Asking him. We're going to get there in a minute. Ronald Cameron, you said, I'd like to know who the eternal special contact was. Was it the captain? I don't know. I feel like if it was the captain, then the captain wouldn't be trying to dig up stuff, you know, regarding the whole situation, because that wouldn't make sense to me. Yeah, that just would be counterproductive. But that's a question I have too. Like, who are the contacts? Who's the mole? Because I feel like the mole will probably seek out Rock. Like, I'm sure Andre has some assistants, or, you know, at least one assistant. So I feel like even though Rock has been like inquiring and questioning who the moles and contacts are, who the sources are, I feel like the source is going to find her. Lord knows, I pray that they find her, because we need all the info we can get, because we over here, Rock got too many things to be worried about. She got Unique, she got Kanan, she got Marvin, she got Lou-Lou, like she got Joyce, kind of. If we gonna be worried about Joyce, I'm sure Joyce, when she goes, it'll affect all the kids, but Rock need a vacation. Like, God, can we go to the Poconos or something? Like, I'm stressed out for her. So Marvin picks up Lou-Lou from rehab. And y'all, I love this scene. Like, I love just the mere fact that Lou-Lou just gave Marvin his flowers. Like, that was so fire to me. You know, he was telling him, yo, thank you. I know you was pitching in for this bill. You always there for me. Like, oh my God, I love that. I don't know, something about Black men giving each other flowers, whether it's, you know, fake or real, you know, TV, real life. It just does something to me. It gives me goosebumps, gives me warms and fuzzies, y'all. So I love the fact that they was over here, be it all just sentimental and whatnot. Like, I really appreciate it. But Lou-Lou, you know, he stated he got a meeting with the record executive that's been kind of, you know, pressing him, and Famous, well, more so Famous, because we couldn't find Lou-Lou. I know, like, Lowell is aggravated because at first we couldn't find Lou-Lou, then now we can't find goddamn Famous. Like, Lowell, he's over there stressing. Well, not really stressed out because he got his own vices. But Marvin, we could tell this whole Gerald situation effed him up. And I hate that for him, because it's like, damn, don't let one bad apple, one bad clear person get you back on a dark path. Like, it really effed them up. But I get it. Like, Marvin was over there baking cookies and cleaning up and shit, and devote his time to Gerald. And for Gerald to be a snitch the whole time, like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I get where Marvin's coming from, but I'm just sad now because Marvin made so much progress. Shout out to Renee. A ghetto love is a love that we live by. Day by day, I wonder why my shorty had to die. I reminisce on my ghetto princess. Oh, why couldn't we keep Renee around? But I guess we had to murk Renee to develop this story with snitch ass Gerald. I guess that's what we had to do. This is not the best trade in the world. Like, what in the Luca are we doing here? Like, what? So Marvin pretty much said F everybody. Like, he don't even trust the fact that Lou-Lou won't snake him at the end of the day. Now, that's bad. Like, if you over here not sure if your own brother is safe or a safe space to not F you over, like, that's telling. That is telling. And this is the first scene where we really get, like, where Marvin's headset at. Now, we can tell, there's been little sprinkles here and there how Marvin's been feeling about the situation. But this was the first scene for me. It was like, oh, Marvin's about to take a turn for the worse. He's going to go back to old Marvin. And I hate that for us, right? So he drops Lulu off and Lulu cleans up that nasty ass apartment. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was a little scared because he did have a couple droplets left in a few bottles. And I was like, Lulu, don't be over there thinking you could take a little swig or, that little brown liquor, get a little whiff of it and want to gargle. Like, I was a little, maybe that should be a pause. But you know what I mean? Like, y'all, I was a little nervous, but he cleans that nasty ass apartment up and I am happy for him, right? So Kanan goes to Rock's house doing laundry, but he's multitasking because he's over there talking about he need to re-up. So now we confirm that he's getting his work from his mother. And he's mentioning to her, like, yo, my funds ain't funding. Like, my math is not mathing. She offered to help him with his books, but he declined. And this is another thing. You hate your mama so much to where you allow your business to be at detriment. Because I'm sure if Rock took a look at them numbers, it would have pointed probably to OC's ass or something Kanan is neglecting to do. But he did just see her murk his daddy a couple months ago. So I get it, low-key, but Rock, you need to go ahead and take a look at them books. Because, yeah, what we doing here? So, Neek, he over there at Pernessa's mama house, across the street, peeping out the scene. See Pernessa over there bringing home the groceries, okay? She didn't have no honey nut, okay? She had the Captain Crunch. I was like, oh, that sounds real good. But he see her over there. It looks like, she just a little sad little thing. Like, she look cute or whatever, but Unique knows, the damage that's probably occurred between Pernessa and Romy Rome. Shout out to Jerome. And at this point, Unique feels like he can't do nothing about it. Like, he's probably at a place where his ego is too big for him to be like, yo, Pernessa, I'm alive, voila. It was Jesus, you know what I'm saying? He brought me back. I think he wants to make sure he's in the right predicament before he reveals his, himself to Pernessa and Jerome. Because he probably don't want them to see him like this. Even though a small part of me was like, Neat, get out the car. Like, what we doing here? Like, stop playing. But at the same time, we don't know where Pernessa's headspace is at. But I do know the longer he waits, I feel like the worse it's going to be, because he's probably thinking he's going to get a welcoming situation with Pernessa. But if she finds out that he's been alive for numerous months and they reach out to them, she's going to be more pissed off. So he may think, oh, I'm coming back home to my family. It's going to be all good. But it may not, because she may be too pissed off. Like, if he would have came to her within a day or two of, regaining his consciousness, that would have been different. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's over here and rolling around the streets of Queens, stalking people and not saying nothing, like, that's going to make her feel away. Because that would make me feel away. Like, What we doing here? We over here grieving? Like, what? Like, yeah, that would piss me off. So Unique, I feel like that's probably going to be a issue for him once he realizes he's not going to get a good reception from Pernessa. I feel like Rome is going to be good. He's going to be happy. But Unique, I feel like he's kind of making a mistake for not revealing himself as soon as possible, even though I understand his psyche or lack thereof, because we already know Unique got some mental things going on. Prime VA 757 Virginia in the house. What's up? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. You say you think Unique will end up killing one of those. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus Christ. Let me drink my water because Prime is over here trying to send me to the upper room. That's a valid question, Prime, but oh Jesus Christ. I appreciate your question. It's a valid one, but I just don't want to face reality. We already saw, by the grace of God, Shirley, our nice clear angel, she, saved Lou-Lou at that point from last episode. I don't know. I feel like Marvin is going to go. If not, he's going to get locked up. Lou-Lou could very well be the doer of Marvin. I'm sorry, Unique. I just don't want. I want to be ignorant. I want to be willfully ignorant right now because I really don't want to think about that. But it's definitely possible because based on what we see Unique do, we see he's being very calculated what he does with Rock's organization. Now, if you seen the previews for next episode, he got some more people he's going to be handling. So let's just say whatever. He get at Andre, right? That's her advisor, maybe consigliere, lawyer, whatever you want to call it, right? Definitely lawyer, but I feel like he was kind of getting into that consigliere role, probably boot thing role. We never know. But I mean, it's not an option anymore, right? So you get at the lawyer, you get at the people that's helping her with her business, the Asians. But I think if he does get at Marvin, it's going to be like the last thing because Unique knows that Marvin is Rock's right hand. So you normally get the person that's closest to the head, pause, last. And that will be Marvin. So if it happens, I feel like it will be very late in the season. Oh God, who got EBT for me to borrow? Because I'm gonna need to really, I really need to be over here getting the macaroni and cheese together. Oh Lord, but yeah, it could be possible. Maybe Unique will get murked beforehand because the season preview did show that Rock does find out about Unique at some point. So hopefully he will be on everybody will be on their P's and Q's before that. So y'all, Garcia rolls up on Kanan and he pretty much is asking about Famous. And I do like that they include like, hey, it's been 2 months. So we do know it's been 2 months since the whole warehouse situation. So he'd say, I don't know anything about Famous. Do y'all believe Kanan? I believe him. I do think Famous ran off. I do think it's possible for him to have be with his sister in LA, or if not in LA with his sister, maybe she has a friend that has access to another state where Famous is, if he's not deceased. Because I'm like, okay, it would make sense for Famous to be with his sister in LA, even though she's there, but that's still not the smartest thing, because if they're looking for Famous, they're going to press anybody that's close to Famous. So it will kind of be dumb for them to go to his sister for, Famous's whereabouts and Famous be at her house. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he could be in Colorado or somewhere where she has a friend that has a cottage or some shit because she's in LA. And I'm sure she's with people who has very, has a lot of resources. So we'll see. If he's not deceased, I do feel like his sister has something to do with wherever he is. So I don't know. Could we see Raising Kanan in fake LA? I don't know. I'm not calling LA fake, but they could have a scene where it's supposed to be LA, but it's actually not. We're on a lot set somewhere in New York. Anywho, Garcia is also asking Kanan about Howard. Of course, it's hilarious because we already know Howard and Kanan are, their family. But he was like, well, I don't know nothing about that dude. I don't know. Like, it's funny how he's able to separate himself. Of course, we have to, and he's been trained by the best, Raquel Thomas. But it's kind of hilarious that he's over there like, I don't know what happened to that guy. Like, what are you talking about? So Garcia proceeds to say, I can make life hard for you, Kanan. So Kanan, I'm sorry. I really am not the type of person to tell a minor to off somebody, but Kanan, I'm gonna give you permission to off Garcia because he's gonna be a lot. It's one thing if you be questioning me. You question me and you roughing me up. Like, what we doing here? And Kanan, you have a vehicle. Like, why are you walking? I saw plenty of room on the streets. There's options. Like, I don't know. Not saying he always need to take his car everywhere, but why are we over here walking? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Anywho, Marvin's at the Chinese spot. He's getting some food because he's Marvin. But he notices the nephew's over there stealing that work. So he fires the nephew. Okay. That's nasty as hell. Like, you. Okay, anywho, we gonna move on. We moving on, right? Because the whoever gets that baggie of work, they gonna smell that bag and be like, why it smell like this? Why my drugs smell like peeing? Like, it smell like peeing and crab wontons and shrimp fried rice. Like, I know you can't do refunds or anything with the drugs with the drug business, but I'm like, can I get a new baggie? Because this smell is kind of off. But I mean, if they on heroin, they probably don't give a goddamn anyway. I mean, some people have standards. I mean, I have family members. Well, a family member that does heroin, and he got standards too. So yeah, it is what it is. So I appreciate. This is the thing. This is why I appreciate Marvin being an enforcer for the right type of situation. See, yes, this I approve of. Claps to you, Marvin. You can be an enforcer in this situation because it was right. It's your organization, and you are authorized to do so. Let me say that again. Marvin, in this situation, you are authorized to make these type of calls and plays because it's your organization that you are a part of. I swear, Marvin I grew a gray hair just the other day because of Marvin. Like, you stressing me out. What are we doing? Oh, Lord. I'm tired. So, Rock meets with Quan. He really is trying to be rich, homie Quan, because he's raising her prices by 20%. And then she walks off and he gives a little smirk. I don't know what the hell that smirk is about. I don't know. Like, what do y'all think about this situation? Because I'm thinking either somebody is behind it. Like, I feel like it's not necessarily Quan making this call. It's somebody else making this call that Quan is in cahoots with. I don't know if it's Stefano. I feel like it's not. But something's up. Because for you just to be raising my prices, quote unquote, all of a sudden, like, that is extreme. 5%, okay, 7, all right, cool, but 20%. Like, I feel like you only go that high when you try to knock somebody out of the organization. Like, does he have somebody else that he wants to replace Rock? I don't know. Like, in the background, is Unique making plays? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like Unique is there to where he's doing all that. I don't really want to think he's an option right now when it comes to that, because he's still trying to figure other things out. We don't know. But it's mad weird that he's over here increasing the work by 20%. Like, I don't know. That's odd. But I feel like Quan may be out of here too. So it may not matter. I don't know. Prime. Okay, you just mentioned it too. You said, could Unique and Quan be working together? That's the thing. But the only thing about this is, I can see Quan being hesitant if Unique was to approach him, because Unique, I don't know, I feel like even when Rock, I say, had a interview with Quan, right? And as well as Unique, they both spoke to him, and they both had to pretty much, more so Rock, they both pretty much had to like plead their case on how they would be a good distributor, a good partner to work with in terms of the work. Unique is over here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't see Unique over there going to Quam's establishment and having a successful conversation about taking, unless he promises to take Rock out. I can see that, but I don't know. I feel like it's still on the table, though. I do feel like it's a plausible option. Monica M, you said if they make it Unique, it would be unbelievable. That's the part I'm thinking, Monica M. Like, I feel like that's a little too fast right now, you know, for Unique to be working with Quan. But I feel like I just don't want Razor Kanan to be over here. We already know power be powering, but I feel like Razor Kanan is kind of the exception to the typical power norm on some level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the best. I feel like, I don't know. Do y'all feel like Racing Kanan is better than OG Power? I feel like that's a great debate. I'd have to wait until Racing Kanan is done as a show to really give my fair assessment. But anywho, I'm just saying all that because I don't know. And shout out to Detroit Kings. You know, I don't know if they really gonna make Unique just really be this cartoon character to where he's able to make all these great, beautiful moves and nobody know he's alive. Like, I don't know. It's giving, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing right now? Sorry, y'all. Had to mute y'all for a quick sec. Blaze, you said Quan is choosing to be a problem for Rock for the simple fact that he can at the moment, but like Homeboy said towards the end of the episode, everybody can change on a dime. That's the thing. But the smirk, I don't know. That just told me something, that he is up to something, because yeah, I understand you making demands because you can, but why now? We've been working well for at least 2 months. Why now? Why 20%? Because I feel like, yes, Quan is probably very cocky, probably looking at her race and her gender and thinking, oh, you can't do nothing about it, right? You just gonna have to, you know, you're just gonna have to do what I tell you to do. But as we see time and time again, when we see people in Quan's position, most times whoever you're trying to bogart is going to buck up, and they're either going to try to take you out or they're going to, you know, be out of business. Like, it's really no positive way for this to end, because you could tell she was unhappy. Anybody would be unhappy, but I'm sure he's underestimating Rock, and we already see she already has plans to replace him. But he probably thinking he's in a cozy situation, which he probably is, because when Rock meets with Stefano, she was pissed off and was like, yo, he's doing this because he can. But Stefano was like, well, you know, we can't do much when it comes to Quan. We just help with the logistics of it all. But she wants to replace him. But of course, she's going to need, like he said, people in high places, or, you know, people with poppy fields, because that Huron ain't easy to get. Yeah, I saw, quote unquote, Frank Lucas, so-called, went over there, okay, to the jungle himself to get the connect. So I don't know. We gonna see Raquel Thomas in the goddamn jungle? I don't think so. So I don't know. We gonna see her play some moves and some plays, but I don't know if they're gonna be successful because Rock got so many things going on around her. She can't even conduct business. This is the problem. Raquel just want to sell her drugs, but everybody around her is making it difficult. Why we just can't sell drugs successfully? Like, what we doing here? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting way too passionate for something like that. No, for real though, drugs are bad. No one should be selling them. But it is what it is. It's a show. So Marvin meets with Stefano. And this is a problem, right? Because in Marvin, for someone who should have so much wisdom, Marvin operates like an idiot sometimes because he's over there, he cracking up, having a good old time with Stefano. Stefano updating him with, the wife and, his son-in-law, Paulette and Tommaso, and they're expecting, they're having a baby. He's all happy, even though Tommaso probably still over there, not doing right by his wife. But the purpose of Marvin being there is because Stefano has a favor. He needs a favor out of Marvin. And maybe they're excluding this from us, the viewing, audience, but I don't see no conversation about no funds being transferred, no kickbacks from Marvin. Like, Marvin, what are you getting out of this so-called situation with Stefano? Is it on I'm going to build up these favors, so when I need to cash in my favor, you're going to be there? You know what I'm saying? I do feel like what Marvin has been doing with Stefano did help Rock attain the money from Stefano for the whole Kanan and Ronnie situation. And maybe Marvin feels in debt because of that. I don't know. But Stefano asked Marvin to shake down a bookie in Corona because he's skimming off the top. Skimming off the top. But said person has been warned by Stefano already. Y'all are the mob. Y'all are the mob. So you telling me you can't get your bookie straight and you need to outsource to a random drug dealer? Even though, he's not random to, Marvin and Stefano is not a random situation. But to the bookie, Marvin's a random Negro. Like, do you think he can slick, give him some like black slang and they can talk the same language? Is that because, the other guy was black? I don't know. I don't know how Marvin is justifying these situations, but it's stupid as hell. And even from the mob's perspective, like, why do y'all need to outsource? Y'all are the effing mob. What do they say in state property? Get down or lay down. Like, I don't understand. And I understand they did emphasize that the bookie, he was a decent earner. You know what I'm saying? He makes them bread. But at the same time, y'all are looking very weak, like as the mob, having to outsource. Like, that is stupid. Y'all are known for enforcing situations. Like, this is stupid. It's stupid. I don't get it. This storyline, I don't know, y'all. I understand probably the reason why they're giving us this storyline, but this is the most annoying part of the show for me because this is completely avoidable. Like, this is idiotic to me and it's pissing me off. Like, y'all couldn't write this no other way because it makes no sense. Oh my gosh. Let me see what y'all talking about real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Monica M. She said that's all Rock wanted to do since the beginning. Her family is the problem. That is facts. even though I have to hold her accountable on some things. But yeah. Yes, Marcus. Marvin is the token Negro. LaBrie Hicks, what's up? You said the random Negro would be a good spin-off. That is kind of fire. I may need to coin that. HFG said these side quests are killing me. That's the thing, is so annoying. And like, how many times does Marvin think he's gonna need to do this? And he's fallen to the same trap, because what did he do last season? He thought he had some sense of camaraderie, some sense of, friendship out of Gerald, and he got burned. But Marvin, you're literally doing the same exact thing. You're over here, trading jokes and conversations and family matters with Stefano. Don't you understand? You can't be over here with the clear people. It got to be business if you messing with the clear people, Marvin. And I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm speaking for Marvin. Marvin, Rock literally just told you, don't be over here talking to those snitch-ass people. And no, he did not think Gerald was a snitch initially. He did not. That was definitely something that never crossed his mind. But you cannot trust Stefano. He is using you, bruh. And the fact that Marvin over here, Marvin, are you lonely? Are you lonely? Do you miss Jukebox? Like, do you need a friend? Like, call Lulu. Call somebody else if you want to have a cute little joke and a cute little drink or a little snack. But doing these dumbass favors with Stefano is idiotic. And you think you and Stefano are friends. That's the thing. Like, the way Marvin was over there talking to Stefano, he was over there disrespecting us, yada, yada, yada. I had to put old boy down. And we already know the conversation you had with old boy, the mere fact that old boy was pretty much insinuating that Marvin was Stefano's lapdog, we already know that was a trigger because of what he said earlier about his feelings with Gerald, right? So it makes sense how Marvin kind of checked out, but it was dumb as hell, because we know that the dude was a good earner for the mob, and Stefano made it very clear to be light on my boy. But Stefano, if you just wanted that, just do it your damn self. Y'all the effing mob. If you gave this man a warning once, y'all gotta make a drastic change the second time. Like, he's stealing. Y'all know what y'all do with the mob, stealing and snitching. Y'all don't handle that. And Booby, what's up, Booby? Thank you for coming through. You said Stefano's outsourcing because his crew is under heavy investigation. I get that too. But at the end of the day, Stefano can figure it out. I'm sure he got people, there's made men and there's associates of made men. Y'all don't have no associates of the made men or outsource in some type of way. He just know Marvin is desperate and idiotic, and that he feels like Marvin may feel like he is in debt to Stefano on some level, because Stefano helped him out with a big favor last season. But I definitely appreciate, you saying that, Booby, because I understand. I get it from that perspective, but it's up to Marvin to be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's smart. You already making bad moves because y'all excluding Rock from the whole situation. And the mere fact that Stefano made a point and stated, I don't like confusing the conversations. He's trying to keep what he does with Marvin and what he does with Rock separated. But now Stefano is going to be forced to have these conversations together. So we're going to see how that pans out. But Marvin, stop thinking people your friend. That's the problem. And like I said before, when he had the conversation with Stefano, and then the mere fact that he was like over there, Stefano, I'm gonna call you back. My daughter just came through. She was supposed to be in, she's supposed to be in basic training. Now she in my living room, yada, yada, yada. See, you thinking you friends because, one, you divulging too much information. Not to say Stefano will not be able to find out you got a daughter and where she's supposed to be at, but I feel like they may have put that in there because there's going to be something that occurs with Marvin and Juke may be involved, because now you over here saying that she's supposed to be in basic training. So now you telling him, information about your daughter. But we already know somebody like Stefano, you don't end the call first. Stefano has to end the call. So this conversation has not ended. And then the fact that you over there trying to downplay the situation, oh, any dude in Queens can do that man's job. It ain't no thing. That ain't what we talking about, Marvin. The mob mess with people that they can trust. They're not going to trust any Negro or any corner in the Southside Jamaica Queens area. Like, that's not what they do. They're not going to necessarily understand what needs to be done. But you over here put them in a position where it's going to throw some ish off. So they either going to have to or ask Marvin to replace old boy, or they're going to ask Rock to handle it. Now, I don't think it's that deep for them to really ask Rock to off Marvin, but Rock is going to have to get involved and save this fool again. And I hate to even say Marvin's a fool, but he's being a fool right now. Like, we just went through this, bro. Like, what are we doing? I'm pissed off. SJ Smith, what's up? He said the bookie was right. Marvin is a stepping fetching. And that's the thing. Marvin, that was probably another thing too. Marvin probably wasn't even thinking it that way. The old dude was probably a mirror for Marvin. Because Marvin probably think, oh, he just helping out an associate. Not realizing like, oh, damn, I'm low-key being played a little bit. But I feel like he's still in denial about that based on the conversation and how he handled the conversation with Stefano, being all lighthearted and just thinking it's cool. Like, he's really downplaying the situation, laughing, eating cereal out the box. You know what I'm saying? You know, like that's not going to fly well. And I think they're going to pull up to Marvin. I don't even think Marvin's going to be over there at Stefano's like they normally are. Like, because Marvin's it's not clicking. It's not clicking at all. Marvin, stop thinking people your friends. Like, what? How many of us have them friends? Nothing can really just... I'm just pissed off. Nothing can really... Marvin, we was doing so good. We was doing so good, Marvin. I'm sorry, y'all. Check on me. If something happened to Marvin, check on me. Please. And thank you in advance. So, touching on Lou-Lou, he meets with Lowell. Lowell wants Lou-Lou to run his hip-hop label. Lou-Lou said, hey, I don't know about all that. I'm not trying to make any commitments. And he states he got to leave his options open because his next decision is going to be his most important decision because, you know, we have to tread lightly here with our recovery. And I really appreciate that about Lou-Lou. Like, he really has a lot of self-awareness. Seems like the therapy is working. But he did state there is one artist, B-Rilla, that he may be interested in. So Lowell was like, all right, let's kind of pin this conversation about the employment, talk to B-Rilla, and let's see, you know, if you're interested and intrigued enough, you know, maybe we can work together. So Lou-Lou was like, all right, cool. One line that did stick out to me, Lowell was like, you're a good man, Lou-Lou. And Lou-Lou was pretty much saying, like, not yet, but I'm aiming for it, right? I don't know why. And this could be a totally, completely random ass thought, but do y'all think, and I know I may be reaching, but do y'all think there will ever be a situation where Lou-Lou will snitch on Rock or be in a situation where he does not cover for Rock when he, you know, is in a situation where that can save her? Like, I don't know. That could be my brain cells just, you know, doing a unique, just kind of, you know, swimming in my noggin. But I don't know. That just really, when he said that, I don't know. Y'all can disagree with me. I don't even know if I agree with myself. I'm just saying that was just a random thought. Like, would Lou-Lou ever find himself in a situation where, and I know he loves her, and the scene that they had when she saw him at the rehab, that of course tells me like, no, he would never he would probably never snitch on Rock. But I don't know. I feel like he's trying to cleanse himself so much. And I feel like if he sees Rock constantly making badass decisions and it's harming the family, I don't know. Y'all. I'm just kind of talking, but I just want to be honest about where my head went. Pause. When I heard that line, okay? Anywho, when Rock, I want to touch on this real quick. When Rock met with Stefano, he stated if she was to be up and running as a supplier, that it may be, possible for them to discuss them working together, right? I was thinking, because we know from the episode, Andre let Rock know, like, hey, the feds are over there watching Stefano. And you may have a standing offer to, quote unquote, work with the police to give them information on Stefano. For some reason, I feel like it may be possible for Rock to use this opportunity of trying to moving up in the ranks to snitch on him, because we're going to need that. We're going to need that get out of jail free card, like Andre stated. Because let's say she does need to snitch on Stefano, and she kind of proposed a situation like, hey, Stefano, I found a supplier. I kind of want to have a meeting. Let's work together. And maybe that's a way for her to kind of line Stefano up some type of way. Maybe we could have an undercover, somebody act like someone that owns some poppy fields. Hey, we have, was it Hang a Hong? Well, see, I don't know. I feel like Stefano may know he's a cop, but I don't know. I just feel like that's possibly a way for her to get Stefano lined up. But the mere fact that there's somebody watching that closely, for them to tell Rock, like, hey, we saw you and Marvin meet with Stefano. Like, who the hell is watching them? 1, 2, watching them good enough for them not to notice. Now, Stefano said he was sweeping for bugs. I don't know. Stefano has a right-hand man. I can't think of his name right now. And it's, oh my God, it's the tip of my tongue. I wouldn't be surprised if his ass over there snitching. We know how the mob work, okay? They get the person that's closest to you sometimes. So, yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm sorry. There's been people that agrees with Rock being a snitch already. Some people say that she's not a snitch based on what we've seen. But she may have to be an official snitch. I don't know. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Will y'all still rock with Rock after that? I don't know. I feel like she would do anything for her brothers. But at the same time, I do feel like they have umpteenth amount of chances. And once they use all them chances up, it's like, I don't know, especially Marvin. Because she's constantly warning Marvin, like, you can't be out here doing stupid-ish. And he's constantly doing stupid-ish. So will it ever get to a point where she's over it and tired of Marvin and be like, I got to teach you a lesson, bruh. Like, you on your own. But she can't really say that because I know they love Run Deep. And she got to save Marvin sometimes because she knows saving Marvin equals saving herself. So, yeah, I don't know. DeMarcus, you said Rock will snitch on Stefano to save Marvin once again. Yeah, that looks like how it's going to be. Stephen Harris, what's up? He said, really want to see where this plot goes with Lou and the rapper guy. He got out going to be a loose cannon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be realer. I did think about that too, DeMarcus. You said Rock will deal with, Jaquin. I feel like I'm messing up. Jaquin again as a plug. Because, he's still a viable option. We got, punk ass Julian out of here. We got Ronnie out of here. So, I think that is possible. But would he be like, you know what, Rock, you got a lot of drama around you. Like, I'm gonna stay away from you. Giorgio, thank you so much, DeMarcus. Thank you, because that was bothering me. Yes, Monica M. Giorgio. That Dexter, what's up? You said she was a CI for Howard. Anything is possible. That's what I'm saying. Stevie, you said you bug, and Raising Kanan is the best written show. It shits all over ghosts. Who are you talking to, Steven? I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but I didn't say anything about Ghost, so you're probably talking to somebody else. I don't know. If somebody said in this chat that Ghost is better than Raising Kanan, I'm talking about book 2. Y'all must be smoking crack this morning. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not one to really, tell anyone how to feel about their opinions, but you may be on that neat. You may be suffering for a little head damage. But please make sure y'all liking the video, y'all. So let's see what we want to talk about next. Oh, this meeting with Snap, Crackle, and Pops, y'all. So I like this scene because Kanan, he's learning some valuable ass lessons, right? So him and Rock, meet up with Snap, Crackle, and Pops, and they pretty much repay back the investment money that they gave him and Ronnie, right? And so they was like, oh, this is cute or whatever, but we're not done here. Like, yes, this is our money that we put in, but when we put in this money, we thought it was an investment to make more money. So that's what I'm going to implore you to do, Kanan. And Kanan was like, no, when I came at y'all with the idea of Merc and Ronnie, I thought we was going to be good as done. They was like, no. You just merely replaced Ronnie low-key. So we wanted you to go ahead and keep selling these drugs, my man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we are business partners at this point. So I love this because you can see Kanan kind of looking at his mom's like, help me, please. And she was like, I ain't got nothing to do with you and Ronnie. And I love the fact that Rock chose to stand down. She did that for multiple reasons. Because one, I do feel like she low-key enjoyed somebody else being able to son Kanan. But she knows she got to tread lightly with, Snap, Crackle, and Pops, the serial couple. So I like this scene. And then they also question Kanan's loyalty too. So it's funny because you know how it is when somebody close to you give you critique or give you some unfavorable, information about yourself or about your actions, you kind of brush it off and, you don't really take the time out to let it sink in, right? But the mere fact that he's getting this critique from Snap, Crackle, and Pops, he low-key has to let it sink in and really deal and sit with that information because there's not necessarily any emotional attachment for him to, really say his judgment will not be cloudy when it comes to anything that's the serial crew says to him. Because there's no emotional attachment. But with his moms, when she talks to him, he has all these other outliers, all these other things that's really clouding his judgment and clouding, his perspective when it comes to anything she says about him, because he's so pissed off with all the things that she has done and said. It's messing up his decisions when it comes to the business. So I like this scene for that reason. So we're stuck with the serial crew for now. But when they leave, when Rock and Kanan go outside and they have a conversation, I just want to shout out to the writers because they give Raquel Thomas these fire-ass lines, these fire-ass pieces of dialogue, these monologues be so fire. Like, I love the way they write her scenes. I love the way Bettina delivers the dialogue. Like, I'm just saying, give these people their flowers because it's so fire. So Kanan, he didn't want to buck up a little bit, but he had to stand down. And Rock was like, you got to be careful because Snap, Crackle, and Pops are known for popping people. Okay, so I'm going to need you to chill down. Chill out and chill out and chill out because You don't want those problems, sir. You can't, this ain't famous. So you could tell she wanted to let him know, like, hey, you did what you wanted to do when it came to the whole Ronnie situation. He was like, oh, and you decided to do what you did with my father. And she was like, I saw an opportunity to solve a problem at the moment and I took it. But this is the thing that pissed me off about that line, because she did not further explain why Howard was such a problem. And shout out to Miss K. Me and Miss K discussed this on her live last Sunday, to where I had a wish list. Like, I wanted Rock to explain to Kanan why she had to murk Howard, why she had to save Marvin. And in order to do so, she had to murk Howard, right? Or she felt she needed to do so. So I feel like this was a missed opportunity on Rock's end to clarify why she did what she did. Because from Kanan's perspective, he may not know exactly what the hell she's talking about. All he knows is that she murked someone, i.e. his daddy, because he's probably thinking she's doing it out of her own selfish reasons. But I feel like if she were to explain, hey, he was trying to let Marvin take the fall, I couldn't let him do that, so I had to handle him. I feel like even though Kanan would still be pissed, I feel like he would be completely understanding of the situation. But the fact that she's, and Ghost, aka James St. Patrick, used to do this a lot. Like, he would like leave out pieces of information to the other person, and if he were just to add a couple more lines, a couple more sentences to, you know, the conversation, that would clarify so many things. But of course, as a show, we're not going to get everything we need because it creates more drama. I get it. But I feel like this would have been a perfect opportunity to at least have Kanan understand her psyche at that point. Because she says it was the right thing to do. But for Kanan, it was like, hell no, it was not the right thing to do. But I'm like, explain why it was the right thing to do, Raquel Thomas. Say you were saving Marvin. That's one sentence that would just clear up everything. Oh, that pisses me the hell off, y'all. I know this is a show, but it just get on my damn nerves. What's up, bro? Paper Boys, thank you so much for the super chat. You said, pull out that little boy, put that little boy in his face ASAP, in his place ASAP. I cannot talk. Sorry, y'all. I told y'all I was over there chucking up the deuces this morning. So please like the video. Please like the video. You said that listen to your mama moment was wow. That is fact. Stephen Harris, you said Snap and Pops are still cool. They not wrong about Kanan either. Their actors nail it. Really makes character scary. Yeah, they were completely right about Kanan. Completely right. And Rock knew, especially when they chimed in, was like, hey, we don't really mess with the family matters of it all. But you can call me Carl Winslow, because what I'm calling is the fact that you over here low-key being disloyal to your mama. And Rock, you know, that's one of the things, like, I love situations where, and just personally as well, where you having a disagreement or you want someone to understand something from your perspective. They're not getting it from you, but they get it from somebody else, and they have to hear it from that other person. So they have to really sit in and think like, damn, they may be right. So I know Rock was low-key loving that. Like, they was low-key kind of like Kanan's aunt and uncle at this point, like, yes, sir, we're going to tell you about your actions because they're looking real slim shady right now, okay? Paperboy just said, facts, Rock never feels like she needs to explain anything to anyone. One of her biggest downfalls, that is facts. I was about to go on a whole rant, but I stopped myself. But she further explains, you know, Kanan, you're alive because of me. You know, you may not like the decisions, but you love the results. Like, shit like that. Lines like that be just chef's kiss to me, y'all. I'll be, shout out to the writers. In class for all. So at that point, she says, I'm not forcing you to work with me. So if you want out, Give me the word and you can go. I was like, yes, I love that because she pretty much letting Kanan know, I don't need you, nigga. I don't need you. It's cool we working together, but I don't need you. So what you want to do? And I think just leaving that open, it shows Kanan like, one, she don't need me, but two, I need her. And I can't say ish. And that's what she said. You can't say ish because there's nothing to say. You making more money than me than you ever did. And our business is good. We saw Kanan drive off in the Benz. He ain't never make no goddamn Benz money with Ronnie. He was still walking with a bus pass. So she right. But one thing that Rock said that kind of threw me off, she said our business is good. What we always talked about, you and me. I say, Rock, what the hell y'all talking about selling drugs together? What? Y'all, maybe I'm being petty because I'm saying 2 seasons at least, Rock was trying to steer Kanan out the drug business. But now you talking about this all we talked about, you and me selling drugs together. When did we have these conversations? Like Raquel Thomas? She threw me off with that one. I'm like, what? Was it in the past 2 months that, we didn't see? 56, can we get another episode? Because obviously we didn't see those. We didn't see those scenes because I was like, Rock, you kind of threw me off a little bit. Am I missing something, chat? Let me know. Because I'm like, what in the hell y'all was over here planning on being partners together in the drug business? Maybe I'm missing something, y'all. I don't know. But I did love the fact she said, it's one thing if I can't trust my son, but I have to trust you as my business partner. And I love that. Because business is very much important. You, my son, you go ahead and do knucklehead shit if you want to. Whatever, I'll deal with it. But when it comes to this business, I'm not playing. Because what did Jay-Z say? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Like, what are we doing here? Stop playing with Rock. Okay, let me let me calm down. Let me calm down. So, Lou, he meets with B-Rilla in jail. If y'all don't know, he's, partisan Fontaine. He writes for Cardi B. I feel like he wrote for the City Girls. I'm not sure. He used to date Megan Thee Stallion. Honestly, I love B-Rilla, okay? I love his energy. I love the lyrics. It was fire to me. I don't have no complaints. I was happy about everything when it comes to B-Rilla, okay? I just don't know how this is going to intertwine and everything else, because we already know this is probably, I don't know, this could be something positive for Lulu, and he may live happily ever after in the Hollywood Hills, being a great music executor, hopefully not throwing P. Diddy parties. I will wish for that, but something tells me things may go awry, okay? But for now, I'm going to say I like B-Rilla. He's raw. I just need him to get off welfare so he can stop robbing folk. That's all. That's all. Start robbing the people, okay? Anywho, we see Kanan at the doctor with grandma. We found out the cancer spread to her lungs, and chemo is not going to help. So you can tell Kanan he has a lot of care and concern for his grandmother. They go back to her house, right? And that I really love it. And shout out to Miss K again, because I thought about her in this scene, because she always references Kanan, his little puppy dog Kanan. So I do love to see Kanan in these positions where he's nurturing and where he's caring. Like, I love this part of Kanan because we don't see it very often. I really appreciate the small pieces of innocence in Kanan at this point, because we know at some point it goes completely out the motherfucking window. Okay, so right, and we talked about this last Sunday too. Like, we don't know how this grandma situation is going to affect Kanan, but I do love the fact that he told her, you can't keep this secret. Like we the Thomases are famous for keeping secrets. Pun intended. But you can't, this is a secret you can't hold, Grandma. Like, we got to stop playing around. You got to tell everybody else, like, what's going on. And she was like, I don't know what's worse, facing death or my kids. See, that let me know, Joyce Thomas, you trash as hell, and you know you trash as hell. Like, that's some punk ass shit, Joyce. I'm sorry for cursing too much, y'all. But, Joyce, you are trash. I can't stand a trash mom. Like, that's a trigger for me. Not saying, not a personal trigger like in terms of my own mom. I'm just saying I can't stand to see a mother just be trash and no is no I don't want to say there's no reason for her to be trash. We know Joyce experienced her own trauma, right? Her husband offed himself, but at the end of the day, you can't take that out on your kids. They suffer it too. So I'm hoping we get a scene with the kids. Well, I would say her children because they're not kids. They're her kids, but not kids. I'm hoping to see a scene with them just being real with their mother. Not necessarily just going at her. You know what I'm saying? That's really not needed. But just having open dialogue enough for them to get some sort of peace and closure on a situation. I would appreciate that. Let's see here. DeMarcus said Rock be talking so much she confused herself. I'm done. I love Rock, but that's funny as hell, DeMarcus. I'm not even gonna lie. DeMarcus, you said Joyce and Kanan scenes be humanizing Kanan and Joyce. That is facts because they both get work a nerve. Yes. So, oh Lord, we have to wrap this up, you guys. So we talked about Marvin just talking too damn much with Stefano. I do feel like him mentioning Juke on a phone call is going to be an issue. And it was unnecessary. And this is going to be a situation Rock is going to have to clean for herself. And like I said earlier, Stefano made it clear he don't want to confuse and mix up his conversations between him and Rock and him and Marvin. But he's going to be forced to have conversation to Rock about Marvin. And I'm tired of Marvin. Marvin, oh my God. Go back into therapy if you want to talk to people. Maybe not. That ain't a good idea. I don't know what the solution is for Marvin. Talk to your daughter. Yeah, talk to Juke and let her be a sounding board because she's good with keeping secrets for the most part. Talk to her if you need some sort of therapy. Because when you talk to other people, it goes bad and terribly wrong for everyone. So yeah, I'm going to suggest that for you, Marvin, because goddamn, I am tired. So we discussed Rock's discussion with Andre, but he's always mentioning these moles in a department, and we discussed this. But I really want to know who these moles are, because we've been shown maybe 6, 7 different, detectives and law enforcement members. So I feel like we've seen the mole. We just don't know whoever we've been looking at is the actual mole. Like, I believe it was DeMarcus. I may be wrong. Someone mentioned it could be Captain Baptiste. I don't think so, because that would be silly and counterproductive. I don't think it's Garcia, but it could be. But that would be stupid as well, because if you're the mole, I don't know. I just feel like we've seen the mole. If not, it's going to throw us off. I don't know. But I do feel the mole will actually reach out to Rock or Andre's assistant. We got to have somebody else on the inside for the Thomas organization. Okay, we can't be out here blind in these streets. So Andre did also tell Rock that Lou-Lou was the one. Lou-Lou actually contacted him to get Barilla out. Not surprising because that's how we was introduced by Andre. I believe the first scene we did see Andre is when he brought Andre to a meeting with Crown Camacho to overtake Bulletproof Records. So Lou-Lou Andre does already have, an existing rapport. The only thing that kind of stood out to me, and this could be petty, was the fact that Rock explained, like, oh no, Lou's record people is going to handle that bill, but you can send me the invoice. That stuck out to me, and like I said, it could be me just being petty or just picking out, picking things that probably would not make develop into anything. But I don't know. It just seems, I don't want to say weird, but if this invoice is intended for the record people, why not have Andre give it to Lou-Lou? Why do you want the invoice? Like, I don't know. I feel like Rock is going to use that for something. I don't know, but that was kind of weird. Yeah, we can say Rock was just being kind and polite and, hey, I will forward the information to Lou-Lou and his people. Well, not saying Rock is a bitch or mean, but I just don't see, I don't know. That just kind of stuck out. So I don't know. It may not be anything. It may be everything. I don't know. Maybe she could ask, or maybe that's a way for her to find out who's his assistant is, or to find out who his contacts are by using, like, hey, my lawyer is supposed to send me an invoice for something. I'm just trying to reach out to him for that purpose. Maybe, I don't know. It just stuck out. Paper Boys, you said they gotta solve the famous mystery ASAP. I hope we ain't gotta wait all season to find out what happened to Fame. We better not. They got about the way my patience is set up. I'm gonna give them to the mid-season. I'm gonna give them to episode 5 because I don't have time. I don't have time to be playing with y'all because we gotta know. I want to know, like Joe. Stop playing with me, okay? They can't do this all season because we got other matters at hand, more serious matters to be worried about. But do y'all think Famous is taking a dirt nap, or do you think he's in Colorado somewhere in some fake ass wit set? Fake ass wit set. I'm meaning, hiding out, with help from his sister. I don't know. We'll find out. So the fact that, Rock was so inquisitive to Andre, pretty much saying, one day you got to tell me who these connects are. So that's why I feel like the connect is going to reach out to her, or she may, find out who the connect is. But I think it's easier for the mole to reach out to Rock. Maybe because the mole was getting paid by Andre and like, oh, Andre gone, I need to get some bread. So let me go ahead and reach out to the actual person that can help me continue my bread source. I don't know. I feel like that is risky for a mole to do, especially if the mole is in law enforcement. But hey, we've seen stranger things, right? And the fact that Andre and Rock was over here sharing a hug and Unique watching it from afar was hilarious to me, right? Because, you never know. Everybody loves Rock in terms of the menses. So, Andre, it does seem like he has a liking for Rock, but I don't necessarily think at that point it was like a romantic thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like Rock being easy on the eyes and being a boss-ass bitch that, intrigued Andre on some level to where he was willing to stick his neck out and go above and beyond. But from Unique's crazy ass perspective, they fucking, okay? Because we see Unique, because it's obvious that he followed Andre. And he is hiding out in Andre's hallway. And the first thing he asked Andre, so you effing her? And then he proceeds to deck the dog-ish out of Andre. And he says, because you effing her. If you effing her, you could be damn sure she effing you. And then he murks Andre. And I'm like, you didn't even give the man a chance to respond. I'm be asking the people questions and they ain't sticking around enough for the answer, even though the answer would not have mattered to Unique. But that further proves that Unique is in his MFing feelings. Oh my God, Unique. What in the Carl Thomas is going on? Like, bruh, and don't get me wrong. If Unique's point of view and what he think or so-called think possibly haven't happened, this was a genius move. Knocking off the lawyer is perfect, or would be perfect, if what he so-called thinks happened, you know? But she ain't the blame, bruh. Like, what are we doing here? And it pissed me off so much because we need Andre. Andre has been saving our asses for months now. And we're going to be a little handicapped until we figure out who our next person is going to be in terms of our inside man. Because that is going to be detrimental for Rock. And one thing that annoyed me, a couple things. So I do like the fact that when Rock and Marvin met with Andre was kind of giving her the lowdown, like, hey, task force dismantled, yada, yada. She was like, F all that. Let me know what these feds talking about. Because I don't want to relax until I hear everyone is shutting Ish down. I love that fact. Because she was like, nah, we want to go to every sector, every type of bureau, all the alphabet people. We got to make sure we are good, right? And then she also tells Kanan, like, the popo, they easing up. But Kanan is getting roughed up by the popo, and I'm sure he ain't telling his mommy. Like, all we need is to communicate, people, because that will solve so many problems. Because if Rock thinking, oh, we good, even though that annoyed me because she herself know, like, we still need more information from the feds. Like, that kind of pissed me off. Why are you telling Kanan the coast is low-key clear, but we don't know if the coast is clear? Like, that was idiotic, especially somebody like Kanan. Somebody like Kanan, if I was his mother, I'm like, Kanan, the cops is always watching. The streets is always watching. Like, I'm letting him know that we need to be scared all the time. Because if you let a reckless Negro like Kanan know that the cops ain't on our ass, he's bound to do anything. Because he be doing hood rat reckless-ish when the cops be on our ass. But Kanan know the cops are low-key on his ass, but he ain't telling nobody because he's mad at his mama. And he think he probably could handle it. So many situations could be handled and resolved if we just talk together. What happened to company meetings? I understand, Rock, you a busy gal. You got all these fires. But we need, like, how the mob be over here meeting and stuff. Like, we need to have a meeting. Sunday, 6 o'clock. Let's have dinner and let's talk about this business. Marvin, what you got going on? Kanan, what you got going on? Lou-Lou, I know you over here not trying to be a family business, but just listen. So you know what the hell going on. So you won't be clueless if the cops come running at you. Because we over there heard the cops is over there when you was over there at rehab. So you need to know what to tell these people, when not to tell these people if they run up on you, because they don't know that you over here just trying to be legit. So Sunday, 6 p.m., let's start these family company meetings. Because I was tired. And I ain't talking about the family meetings and dinners they've been having that book too. Because those was too toxic and traumatic. Because what we doing here? So Andre's gone, y'all. We're going to have to see how that pans out. So let me just touch on Lulu's event real quick. Be real. I feel like he was killing it, okay? I was listening to the lyrics. It was fire to me, okay? I mean, Be Real needs some help. He needs therapy. But I like his flow. I love his style, the cadence. I love all that. Crystal comes back and Kanan makes it official, right? I I just feel like this is going to be a low-key toxic situation. They're going to be breaking up to making up all goddamn season. So we just going to have to see. I'm not saying I don't care about the storyline, but I'm not invested in it. Lulu gets an employment contract, and we're gonna see. I love the fact that Lowell asked Lulu, "Hey, do you want to make some money?" And Lulu was like, "I want to make music." And I love that because Lulu is not interested in making money. Lulu, if he wanted just to make money, he would have stayed with his sister. You know what I'm saying? Or did something else. The fact that he wants to make music, I love the fact that they put that in the dialogue because Lulu, that's all he wants to do at this point. Now, I did love that he was hesitant initially to even be a part of this record situation. But this is the thing, especially dealing with alcohol and sobriety, especially alcohol, it's going to be everywhere, right? And so this music thing could be good or bad because Lowell, be real, I mentioned he's Jewish and we already know, okay, I'm not speaking no more things about that, but 9 times out of 10, I'm sure Lulu probably is going to get some type of crappy ass employment contract. But we see now he's over there working at a bar with alcohol. Yes, he's drinking water, but I feel like everywhere he goes, whatever he does, there's going to be temptation. So we're going to see how this record company situation, if it's going to be a saving grace or it's going to be another situation where he finds himself trapped in a situation where he can't get out of, i.e. Raquel Thomas. Raquel Thomas told him that she owned him. And Lowell may set up a contract to where he's going to be owning Lou. And I don't know. Will Lou need to figure out how to get out of that and have Raquel help? I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. But hey, the possibilities are endless at this point. So we'll see. Juke shows up. Everyone greets Juke. I love that. But I don't know. If they're going to come running up. That's the thing. Is the army going to be running up at the Thomas house, at Marvin's house, looking for Juke? Is the mob going to be running up at the Thomas house looking for Marvin? I don't know. Y'all just going to have to be high alert at y'all address because there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. If I had to give it a numeric rating, I don't know. I'll give it 8.5, 9. I'll probably give it a 9. I really liked it. It's setting up a lot of BS. I'm here for it, but I'm not here for it because it be stressing me to F out. Because I'm way too invested in the Thomas siblings, and it's going to be to my detriment because I do feel like this season we're going to see some pivotal changes and so many different dynamic shifts in these characters. If we get a season 5, I don't know, it may be more Kanan focused. So if that is true, then I do see like this may be some boys to men end of the road type ish for the siblings and the organization. I don't know. Rock's trying to move up the ranks. She has a lot of things. I don't know. I feel like she need to keep a low profile right now, but she ain't. So that's going to make it worse. I don't know, you guys. Look at me being here goddamn 2 hours again, messing with y'all folks. I really hate that these reviews be bad long, but y'all still here for it. So I appreciate y'all. I mean, church be averaging, 1.5, 2 hours for real. So, hey, it is what it is. Let me see what y'all saying before I get out of here. Steven, you gave this episode an 8. The Marcus, you gave it a 9. Monica M said Crystal gotta go. Yeah, I don't know why me just being toxic, but I want to see Rock and Crystal in the scene together. I don't know. I'm interested on how that will go. Because Crystal, she is opinionated. So Rock may like that. She may not like that. And I can see Rock trying to manipulate Crystal maybe possibly to get in Kanan's head. I don't know. We'll see. Paper Boys, you give it a 9. Monica M 8.5. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. It's a great Sunday sermon, Pastor PG. Let's see here. Steven, you said I hope it's not and we've been played, but yeah, basically his time has come. And he ain't built for the streets, and Lou-Lou got Be-Rilla for the music side now. Yeah. I just need Be-Rilla just to be putting stuff on wax, okay? Don't be out here doing hood rat-ish. So somebody cut Be-Rilla a check so he get off welfare. Like, that ain't cute. To be still be in the projects and you got a hit record, like that happens a lot. So you cut that man a check so he get out the hood, please. I don't know why I was like, oh, maybe Lulu and Be-Rilla could be roommates. That would be a hot ass mess. Let me be quiet. SJ, you said Juke gives Crystal the ass whooping she should have got last season. I think their beef is kind of done. Even like the last scene we saw them together at the mall performance, you know, Crystal pretty much apologized and Juke was like, whatever, it's all good. So I think, you know, that's, you know, water under the bridge. I mean, Juke ain't about to be fake and be like, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? It's not going to be none of that, you know what I'm saying? But because we kind of saw how the energy was at Lulu's event. It's not like, you know, I ain't ever with you, but it's not like I'm going to be all up in your face. Like, it is what it is. And it's probably a sore spot a little bit looking at Crystal from Juke's perspective, because like, damn, you reminded me of the situation, you know, that got effed up by the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But at the same time, that can't be possibly completely true because Jukes was over there in Aisha's box and she didn't seem to be not goddamn worried about no damn butter. Okay. So I don't know. I was thinking that too, DeMarcus, like the Be-Rilla was giving me like a not kind of ODB, a little bit of Busta, a little bit of like it's somebody else that he was giving me that I can't put my finger on right now. And I was thinking that to myself when I was watching the episode, like he reminds me of somebody else, but he was given like a combination of a few different rappers. But I love his flow. Kenny said, Be-Rilla, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Turn his TV off. Kenny said, Be-Rilla is giving very much Halloween, okay? And she's over it. Oh my God. Crystal Smasher Be-Rilla? Child, I don't know. I don't want to see that at all. Okay, because that would not be a love scene because it gives he don't make love. Okay. Bang, bang, bang all day long, like Pops. Pops. From the Wayans brothers. Bang, bang, bang all day long. But yeah, y'all, I gotta be out of here because what else? If y'all gonna give y'all 30 seconds to type whatever y'all want to type, and if y'all want to discuss anything else, I don't want to cut y'all off, but it's going on 2 hours, and I hate that for me. Sorry for the playback, y'all. This can help y'all with part of y'all shift, I guess. That's Jay Smith. You said, I think Be-Rilla will get caught up in the streets and Lulu will have to use his connection to save him. Yeah, that's possible. I kind of toyed with that too. I do feel like Be-Rilla being really out here in these streets, that could be, I don't know, that could be good or bad for Lulu, you know? Like, at least with Famous, we know for the most part he wasn't really out there in them streets like that, so it was kind of safer. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. Steven, you said Marvin is clearly about to get God. I'm gonna say Marvin is clearly about to get beep from a mission with Stefano. Either Stefano going to turn when the Italians find out what he's doing, or Marvin going too far. Yeah, Stefano is not hiring Marvin for any more missions. Like, Marvin is done. They're not going to be working together no more. Like, you have to think about it. Like, that dude was quote unquote a decent earner. And even the guy before Marvin murked him, he was like, I make way too much money for Stefano to do anything. So for you to really be that confident, yeah, it could be a little bit of ignorance, but I feel like that guy was telling the truth. Like, yeah, it sounds good, but you can't really rely on a lot of different people for certain things. And Marvin just thinking, oh, this guy is replaceable. Like, no, Beyonce, he's irreplaceable. What are you talking about? Especially for something that's quick. Like when it comes to a legal business, like we need somebody. I don't think old boy got an apprentice, somebody just ready to step up. I mean, he probably got people that he worked with, but no, like you can't be doing no unauthorized kills like that, bro. Like Marvin should know that. Your sister is Raquel Thomas. Like, don't get me wrong, she be authorizing her own ish. But you would think Marvin is just a low ranger and is not a part of his own organization. The way he be running around just doing dumb ish. Like Marvin sometimes have no code and decorum when it comes to things. And it's like, you're messing with the mob for the umpteenth time. Like, Marvin, this does not end well for you. You plus mob equals horrific outcomes, okay? That's the math you need to understand. We still dealing with a hot ass block because of what you was doing with the mob last season. Like, what are you doing? Hey, Tamika Boo, thank you for coming through. Yeah, my voice starting to get real nasally, y'all. So yeah, Boo Boo's that my breaking point. I gotta make me some tea. Candy was like, Stefano should have said you replace him then. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be two options. Like I said earlier, he's either going to have to replace him, which that's not going to work. Because Rock is definitely not having that. But if it saves Marvin, she may have to. But I don't know. I thought it was great acting from Patina when she found out that Marvin was over there talking to Stefano like on his lonesome. She was like, my Marvin Thomas. Like the way I loved how she delivered those lines. She was like, what the hell? Like it was giving Ronald Isley. Like what the hell's going on? But yeah, we gonna have to see. We just and this that's what I'm saying. It's so frustrating because this is going to have some horrible repercussions, but this is also completely avoidable if Marvin wants to be like, nah, I'm straight, Stefano. I'm busy. I may got somebody that you can have help you. You know, I got a couple referrals. You know what I'm saying? I got some recommendations, but I can't be the man to do that. And, you know, I try to justify with myself from Marvin's perspective. One, we already know. Girl effed him up low key. But we have to remember last season, Rock said she was out the game. So Marvin was kind of forced to find his own way. So he was over there working with Dean, getting some work and doing side stuff, right? So playing devil advocate, I don't like to do this because I don't care for Marvin to even think this way. But let's just say from his perspective, with Rock being out the game and him kind of having to fend for himself, maybe that kind of put him in a mindset like, yo, whatever my sister got going on, cool, I'm going to help her with that. But at the end of the day, maybe that situation kind of reminded him like, oh, I got to have my own thing going just in case I don't make it home tonight. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm just thinking. Like, you know, just stemming off that, oh, Rock fake ass, you know, Jay-Z, Michael Jordan retirement mindset. You know, like, hey, I got to keep my own thing going in my own open lines of communication. Because I got snacks I got to buy. You know what I'm saying? I got bills that need to be paid. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thought about him working with Stefano, because clearly Marlon likes yapping it up with the clear people. And the fact that he told Lulu, like, F everybody. Like, Marvin, what type of time are you on, sir? F everybody? Don't let one bad apple, one bad clear druggie F up all the progress Renee made. Like, what we doing here? But we see that looks like where we going. What's up, Frank? How are you doing? You said the question of Be Rilla versus Famous is going to be on another channel. Watch. LOL. Oh Lord. This probably is up on somebody's channel. So Marcus, thank you for the super chat. You said who flow better, Be Rilla or Famous? See, this is kind of, this is not like a question where it's like a factual thing. This is kind of my opinion, of course. I prefer, they have both different styles, but for me, my personal liking, I'm gonna say Be Rilla, but I still like Famous's flow, kind of. But it's all in like what you be in the mood for. Like I could be in the mood for like a 50 Cent, aka a Be Rilla, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Or I may have a moment where I want to be in the mood for a Ja Rule or a Famous. You know, like it's kind of one and the same. We already know 50 was over there talking about how Ja Rule was over there singing on hooks. Then next summer, 50 Cent was over there singing on hooks. It's just whose flow that you like better that's singing on these hooks. But I really probably enjoy Be Rilla a little better. Just being real. Just being real. She said Ja Rule was famous. I mean, I just had to get a little comparison. I'm just saying. But yeah, y'all, let me get out of here. I really wanted to not do this for 2 hours. But hey, it is what it is. There's no way for me to do a whole review of Raising Kanan for an hour. I think I need to come to terms with that, you guys. Just know I'm going to be here for 1.5 to 2 hours every Sunday. That's just what it is. I really try hard to do this in 60 minutes, but it's not given that. I have to come to terms. After 4 seasons, well, 3.2 seasons of Raising Kanan, it's kind of impossible for me to do this live. So I have to really come to terms with this. I have to admit some self-awareness. And yeah, guys, it is what it is. So from 1:15 to approximately, 11:15 to about 1:15, you're going to see me or hear me. Oh, gosh. So Frank talk about Raising Kanan or Snowfall. Child. Let me just say that Snowfall is deemed one of my favorite shows in this genre. I started my channel reviewing Snowfall. I can't do that because Snowfall has ended and Raising Kanan it has not. So I have to really compare complete bodies of work. And I can't do that since Raising Kanan is still going on. So if I'm still YouTuber and YouTubing, when this show has ended, come back and circle back. Come back at me in like 2 years. And I could give you a real answer. But I can't answer that right now, honestly. Sorry. I feel my speech getting really dumped down because I need to lay down. I feel like a little feverish. So, with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for holding on. And we're going to have to stay tuned to the next episode. Shout out to Dre and Snoop Dogg. Because I don't know what this guy here has planned, but it's going to F up everything we got going on in the Thomas organization. What's up, Monica M? Thank you so much. So I'm going to rest up a little bit because I got errands to run, wedding stuff to do for my friend, and I'll be on Miss K's channel tonight at 8:05, and we're going to discuss our favorite scenes and whatnot on her channel tonight. So let me get like a little bit of rest in before I got to do every other thing I got to do today. But I love you guys. Please like the video, subscribe to all the things to support your girl. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, Lord willing. And I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great work week. Have a great family week. All the things. Health is wealth. Okay. Speaking of which, I gotta go make me some tea. So unfortunately, I gotta say toodles. Bye, y'all.